So, Jim, in addition to being one of the country's foremost analysts and economists, you are a historian.
Could you repeat that?
Yes, foremost, exactly. Where is America?
Yes.
Are we an empire in decline, as some people say, or is this a lost decade, or is it going to be eventually morning in America?
People will say, more or less, seemingly apropos of my line of work, where will interest rates be in 6 months? And I confess that as to the weather tomorrow, I'm a little bit in the dark, and certainly in the dark as to the future, with the capital F. I used to, when younger, I was much more certain about such imponderables. I have subsequently become rather more agnostic. I am such an admirer of the late Henry Singleton, who ran Teledyne, the conglomerate in the 60s, and his business plan was, upon showing up for work, to think of something. And he let the future take care of itself. And that's my approach as well. People say that because I've perhaps in the past been bearish once or twice, people say, well, you're a pessimist. Well, no, I'm a father of 4.
Yes, you also have a bear in your office, however, which may be off camera, but I don't see a bull correspondingly anyway.
It's my heart, Henry.
But anyway, so step back. So are we Japan, as some people say that we're going to go into?
I am an authority on Japan, well, even though I live in Brooklyn, because for the past 12 years, for my sins, I have been an investor in Japanese value stocks. A friend of mine in an ever-dwindling band of limited partners, we pioneers went to Japan in 1988 and a half, I guess, 89, no, 98, 99, and began to accumulate shares in companies valued in the market at less than their net current assets. In other words, the business value is for free. Is that a good idea?
I would strike one as a good idea, except maybe in Japan.
Right. As it turns out, all things are local. Politics, you know, baseball, everything is turned to be local. So you ask about Japan. We are certainly not Japan. Japan has one major social infirmity, which is a collective refusal or reluctance to admit error, let alone to reprice it and to move on to the next thing. So that is one of America's salient, often unrecognized strengths. We are indeed somewhat lighthearted in the face of error, not always, but one of our social strengths is the ability to recognize, reprice, and to redirect. And I hope that is what is happening now, although there are days in certain news cycles when it does seem as if we've caught the Japanese dilemma, this disease.
And have we looked in the mirror and acknowledged where we are? Mountains of debt, huge unemployment.
Collective us?
Collective us.
I guess there's I mean, yes, as a matter of fact, there is a great deal of bearishness around, and I speak as an authority on bearishness as well. And I'm hearing all manner of echoes from my younger self, my certain younger self about the future and about what our debt predicament means. And I take them with many grains of salt. But I think, yes, I think there is a great deal of collective angst. Quite un-American, actually.